Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome once again. My name is Tochi. If you see me for the first time, welcome. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much. So guys, this video you're about to watch is a continuation of how we bought a house video. Okay, so you have to go watch the first one so you can understand this video. So if you're yet to watch that video, just pause, go back and watch that video so you understand it, then you come back and continue watching the video. And then if you've watched that video already, then yes, you're watching the right video. Okay, so that video was so long and we just had to cut it into two. All right, so yeah, welcome back and enjoy. So now we're done with that for now. Yeah, we've gotten the agreements in principle. It shows that yes, we can actually afford to buy a house. So what's the next thing? Do you just just go into any house you see and say I've come to buy a house? Or so just tell us what's the next thing?
Yeah, so with the agreement in principle, you would approach a developer or whoever wants to sell his personal house and make them an offer. If it's for a developer, in this case, you choose the house you want because you have a range of houses. Then with these documents now, they will, the developer will look at what you have and everything and say, okay, fine, we'll sell this house to you. Then you secure the house. So at that point, if they accept what you brought, you will choose a house. So for us, in our own case, for instance, when we bought the house, there was no house there. It was a land. You just picked.
I was amazed. Like you just see a land and then in 6 months time your house is standing on it.
Yeah, so the land was there. We just chose the plan, the type of the house you would
they showed us the plan
and everything. Sadly, you couldn't modify much because these things are based on the plan and the one that the council has approved for them to build in that place as well. So we picked the house we wanted, and so at that point, if you pick a house and you kind of sign a few papers here and there, it's somehow binding on you. Not fully binding just yet, but at that point you're getting closer to getting your house. It's almost there. You just go to a development, like in our own case, which is a new build house, and you reserve your plot and it will be in your name at that time and they'll start working towards it.
So remember that before now we've visited a few developments. Remember I did a tour of some of the developments that we visited. So you visit a few developments. They usually have like a show home, and that's like what you get. It's like showing you what the house you're going to be buying looks like, because in this case you're not going to be seeing your house until you move in or until you go for demonstration. So you just go to view the houses, and then you see what you like, and then you settle for the one you want to settle for, the one you like, and they give you the prices and what's available. They just tell you what's on ground even after you view the homes. So yeah, in our case, we're just lucky that when this one came up, we came at the right time. We came at the time it was available and we got it, because sometimes you even have to stay at the waiting list, because they're still building the houses and people are buying, people are booking. So you have to stay on the waiting list to wait in some cases. So you have to notice that as well. But I think in our case, houses were available when we came, right? There's a particular style we wanted, even though eventually I think it was a good thing we didn't get that one because it's a bit smaller. But it depends. In the part of the UK we live, there seems to be a high demand for new houses. So at some point we were fourth on the list, to get a house in that development. Not a house in this case, a land, because they were not built, they were nothing there on the ground. So you have to keep pushing for what you want and keep going every step of the way. Yeah, so that's pretty much it about going to developments to reserve a house for you. Okay, so then after that, what's the next thing?
So after you've picked up the house and the plot you want, you have to get a solicitor. So a solicitor is like in Nigeria what you call like lawyer. All right. So solicitor is like a lawyer or whatever.
Solicitor is not like a lawyer. That's
so these guys are going to represent you from this point going forward. And for us, for instance, we never met our mortgage advisor in person. Everything was on the phone. Then we came to the development, reserved the plot, and we never came back again. Our solicitor at that point took over and represented us at every step of the way. So the solicitor.
So because I remember they will ask you if you want, their own solicitor. That's the solicitor they work with, or if you have your own. Like if you have somebody in mind you want to work with.
So in buying a property in buying a property in the UK, the buyer and the seller would have their solicitors. So the development had their own solicitor, in-house solicitors, but they had private solicitors that they work with, they recommend to their customers. So sometimes some new developments can actually offer to pay your solicitor fee. Sometimes, but in the part of the UK where we are, because there was a high demand for property at that point, you have to pay your solicitor. And if you're buying it from a personal, from someone selling his house privately, an old house, you also have to pay your solicitor. So we picked our solicitor, and they wrote to them, sent our number and address to solicitor, and the solicitor sent us a document stating, what they will do for us, all the land registry checks, survey, and everything.
I also want to put it out that we didn't meet the solicitors. At no point did we meet. Everything was on phone. Every letter was by mail. All the exchange of documents was by mail, by post, emails, phone calls. We didn't visit their office or anything. So
so the solicitors will send the document, a hard copy document to you. It's like a book. You have to read every page, because this is a serious issue. This is a huge amount of money, so you have to read every line, see what they say, what you need to do, what they will do for you, all the checks with the government and everything, how much each of these things will cost, and how much they are going to charge you.
Just be prepared for lots of paperwork.
So they are going to send you lots of paperwork, and their fee is not so cheap at all. I think solicitors cost us about £1,600 or more. But you don't have to pay everything initially. Just pay a little bit the first time, then they'll get to work. But before you move into the house, you have to pay them every dime they bill you. But they do a lot of work for you, because to begin with, the banks are not going to pay that money for the house into your account. They pay it to the solicitor. You pay the deposit to your solicitor. Your solicitor put this money together and pay for the property. So they do a lot of work, even though they can be slow at times. They can go silent for a long period of time, but they get behind you, do all the work. So after you resolve your plot, solicitor send the documents, you sign some, pay your advance fee, then they proceed to what we call exchange of contracts.
You did it. They sent us emails that it was done.
So, but one thing to note is that before you exchange contracts, you have to get a formal mortgage offer. So a formal mortgage offer is a letter from the bank stating that definitely we're going to give you this money. That document, once you get that letter from the bank, it means that they are going to borrow you that money. And they will tell you how much period of time you have to complete the deal, or else the offer will be withdrawn. So the bank will send you a formal mortgage offer to you, to your address, then a copy to your solicitor. Okay, because the banks will know who your solicitor are. They all communicate behind you. Actually, they all talk behind you without you knowing. So they already know who your solicitor is. They send a formal mortgage offer. Also, before the bank will approve the mortgage officially, they are going to come and send a surveyor to come and check the property to be sure that it is worth the value you're paying for it, because the banks don't want to give you money that is excessive beyond the cost of the property. Okay, so they will send a private surveyor to come and check the land, check the property, make sure it is worth the amount you want to borrow from them. Then if they are happy with that, they will let you know. If it's successful, they will give you a formal mortgage offer. So with that survey results, with your mortgage offer from the bank, with all your documents you've been submitting, like your bank statements, your identity documents, your pay slips, all those documents, because there are lots of documents. In fact, we had a file, we had a printer, a scanner, always scanning documents.
Yeah, we had to buy a printer just for this reason, because there were so many things to print and it just didn't make sense going out to print it. So we bought a printer that we used to do all the printing stuff in our house.
So if you're not someone who is meticulous when it comes to documents, you might have to learn a little bit of it when you're going through this process, because there are lots of paperwork, photocopy, scan, sign, go and send through post, email some and everything. So with all these documents, they will exchange contracts. So the exchange of contract is between your solicitor and the seller's solicitor, be it a developer or a person or an individual. So once the exchange contract, at that point, it is binding on you to buy that property. You cannot pull out. If you pull out, you incur, you have to pay charges to both the solicitor, both to the seller, and some other persons involved in the process. So after the contract is exchanged, it's now binding on you that you have to buy that property. That means the deal must be concluded. So at the point of contract being exchanged is technically that you're a house owner. For us, our contract was exchanged I think in September, 4 months even before we moved into the house. So from that point, it was now just waiting for when the house will be completed. So it was just emails about, oh, we've floored your house, or we've painted your house, or we've put the windows, or we've put the doors, silly emails like that. But they were nice to read, knowing that your house is, taking shape. Yeah, so once you exchange contracts, it's just about saving. I would say at that point, start saving for your solicitor fee if you haven't saved it already, and start preparing to move into your new house based on when the house is going to be ready.
Yeah, so they usually work with a timeline anyway, because they told us that we're going to move in December, but they didn't give us a date.
Yeah, they told us the day we secured the house that the house will be ready in December.
Yeah,
but they didn't give us a specific date.
So they just tried to work, and I think because they mentioned that people move in every month, just once. I think by the end of every month, that's when people move in. So after this set, there were about 7 people that moved in. The day we moved in. Yeah. So after this batch, the next batch will be end of January, and then next end of February. So that's how they do it. So they kind of they're kind of organized. So,
if you're buying a new house like we did, you find out that as they are still building more houses in the estate or development, as they call it here. So you see yourself, maybe you're like the next house was still being constructed. However, it's not noisy or anything. It's actually calm. It's actually cool, and they make sure they tidy up the road every morning. They come and use water to sweep everywhere and everything. So they keep the area tidy while working. So it has its advantages, yes, but it's not too bad from our little experience living in this house for the short while we've lived here. So that's it. Once your contract is exchanged, you're waiting for completion dates, and on the completion date, 4 weeks before then, the developer will tell you when the date you move in. And they'll notify your solicitors officially. Then your solicitor will write to the bank close to the date, demanding for the balance of the money. Then they will write to you telling you how much you're going to pay them. Then once all this money is put together, they will pay for the house. They will pay for the house on that day. Then you collect the key on that day. So I forgot to mention that you're going to pay your deposit. That is your 5 or 10% or 20%, depending on how much percentage you want to put, before the contract is exchanged. So if the exchange contract next week, your solicitor will tell you when you should pay it. So we paid our own, I think a month before the exchange of contract. So it depends, because we had it, so we paid it. But they will tell you, you discuss with them and you choose a suitable time. But bear in mind that when you reserve your plots, they will give you 28 working days to exchange contract. So from the day you say you want to buy the house, you go and find the house and make an offer. You have 28 working days to exchange contract, which means within that 28 working days, you have to pay your deposit and gather all the documents you need, including formal mortgage offer, and be ready for your exchange of contract. After contract is exchanged, you wait for completion. On completion day, the bank sends the balance of the money, solicitor collects it and pays the owner of the house. On that same day, they'll give you the key to the house and you become a house owner.
And I like the sound of that.
Yes, and that's pretty much like a quick summary of the steps. But like I said, these things took a long period of time. So I think we'll go over like how we did it, like what we did at specific times, what steps we took, at specific times on our journey to get in the house. So I think we now have to like go into all that detail. Yeah,
so that's like the general overview of how to get a house in the UK, how to go about it. Now we know that the money part is very important. Okay, so we're going to tell you guys how we went about saving for our own money, like how we're able to raise, because we paid 10% for the house. So we'll tell you how we're able to raise that amount of money within the short space of time. So for those of you who are asking, by the way, this is a countryside development and it's in every part of UK. Okay, yeah, it's everywhere, because I've been getting, where's this development, where's this house? It's pretty much everywhere in the UK. Yeah, so they have houses everywhere. For the first house tour I did, that was a Telowimpi development. Then the second one was, you know, Blow Homes, and then this is a countryside development. So in the next video, we'll tell you guys how we saved our money, what we did, how we're able to achieve that in, you know, the time that we did.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that you don't want the video to be too long. That's why we're cutting it into two. I hope this video helps you. And if you have any question at all that we didn't cover in this video, just drop it in the comment section, or if you want a private chat, just send me a message on Instagram and then we'll have a chat. All right. Yeah, but if you have any question that we didn't cover in the video, drop it in the comment section, and then after we tell you guys how we went about saving, you know, and getting our house, how we did our own, you know, every step we took, everything we did, then we'll now come and answer all your questions. So just drop them, we're seeing them, and we're going to answer all of them. So we're going to make a video to answer all your questions. That's basically because most people ask about the same questions. So I don't know if I don't know, there's no point coming to keep answering the same question over and over again in the comment section. So we prefer to, you know, make a video for everybody to watch. That would also benefit both the person asking the question and to every other person who's going to watch the video. And I also want to put it out there that if you want to ask me any personal question, I think you should, you know, come on Instagram and ask me. My email is basically for business, and it's easier for me to answer questions on Instagram, though I try my best to answer questions on email. But if I've not answered your question yet, if you send me any question on my email and I'm yet to respond, yeah, I will do that. But if you can send a DM on Instagram, please do, because I answer questions on Instagram easily. It's like both of us having a chance.
You should get a PA because your DMs.
Yeah, the questions are so much, but I try my best to answer them, because you guys know that we are here for ourselves. Like I always say, I'm here for you, you're here for me, we're here for ourselves. So I take my time to answer all your questions. You can ask everybody who has asked me questions on Instagram. It's like having a chat with my friends, with my family, and all of that. So I prefer, it's easier to chat on Instagram than emails. Emails is strictly for business. You know that money is important. I'm talking money here. So yeah, I think that's it. Just leave your questions for us.
So just to add, like I said in the video, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not into real estate. I'm just a regular person doing my regular job. So anything we say or anything I've said, please, is not like the law, it's not like the standard. It's based on my research and our experience. So I may be wrong, I may be right. You could feel maybe I said something wrong or right. Just, you can ask your questions, and but yeah, do your research, find out from the professionals that are involved on what it takes to buy a house. But this is our experience based on our findings and based on our experience in buying a house in the UK.
Yeah, that's even what this channel is all about. Basically sharing our experiences living in the UK, you know, telling you how to migrate, you know, just fun things, inspiring things, educative things, you know, just here to inform you and, you know, share our story with you, share our stories, our experiences with you. Yeah. So guys, just pardon how we're looking, okay? We made this video in the night. It's about 12 a.m. or past 12. We had to make this video. This video had to be done. And the only perfect time is when the kids are sleeping. So yeah, that's how important you guys are to us. So that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope this video helps you. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, share this video, just share it so everyone can benefit from it as well. Follow me on social media, all my handles are in the description box. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.